Guys, it's FifaRalle here and welcome to the first video of Let's FIFA 15. We can finally play Ultimate Team and we are going to try and beat the divisions, of course, score some cool goals and play with a bunch of different squads. But yeah, we start completely from scratch. We name our club the famous GSG, and that name is basically the nickname for my local football team, and it's inspired from the movie Green Street Hooligans. So if you haven't watched that movie, go check it out because it's actually pretty good. But moving on to our starter squad. Bunch of bronze players as per usual, 3 gold players, which actually were not too bad. Fernandes on the right back got good work rates, he's quite tall and seems to be pretty good overall. And then we got a Tawin on the right mid, which got 4-star skills, so not too bad to be fair. Like, it's a good starter pack, I'd say, or starter squad, at least to build on. So after that, I had 5 free packs to open up, and my fault of picking up these packs were kind of to think, let's see what kind of players I can get to build a team around. So if there's any 4-star skill or stuff like that might be good, I'll send it to the club. If there's some players I think I might not want to use or build a squad around, I'll put them up on the transfer list. So for example, I got Colo Toure and Green here. They're both Premier League players, might be pretty good, but Premier League players are going to be expensive from the start of the game, so I much rather sell them on, get a few coins in, and then maybe pick up some other players I could get instead, which would be cheaper basically. So yeah, that was kind of my thought process. Some players I might be able to sell and not use really to the transfer list, and apart from that, I will hang on to the players I think I might be able to use in squads overall. And I did send all non-rare bronze and silver players to my club because I thought, you know what, I'm gonna need the fitness squad at some point in time, so maybe I'll be able to use some of those players eventually. But yeah, this was kind of the players I started off getting, and the one I really thought was interesting despite being a Premier League player, it was FifaRalle. In some way I wanted to list him up and sell him on, but then I thought, for 5-star weak with 4-star skills, I have to give him a try, and I could get some pretty cheap Premier League players to link him up, get that chemistry, and apart from that, I kind of built a concept squad here to kind of figure out how my first team would look, and it went with a lot of Brazilians because there's one player I always want to try out from the start of Ultimate Team, and that is Ronaldinho, who luckily is on the game this year. It was a pretty close call, I'd say, but yeah, he's into our starter squad. We got a few 5-star skillers in as well, and then FifaRalle on the left wing, Alan on the right wing eventually, which is really not that fast, but the alternative options are basically Lucas, Hulk, or Villian, and they're a little bit too expensive to start off with, but eventually we might pick those up. But of course, this was just a concept squad. Couldn't play with it. Needed a bunch of players before that was playable. So I built a squad I could play with, thinking I'll complete some manager tasks, get some coins that way, and then just play with this kind of starter squad. Try and get a few goal players in, see if we can build sort of a team. We ended up with a team eventually after me looking for a player to play on the center mid spot. 69 chemistry, 71 rating. That was pretty much the team. Not really that great, but I thought that would be good enough to complete some of the manager tasks. For example, challenge the team of the week. I also changed my club name to the exact same thing because that is a manager task for some reason. So I did that, completed one of the manager tasks, and went on to challenge the team of the week because I wanted that free extra pack I could get eventually from completing all the manager tasks. So yeah, we go into the game. I played on semi-pro because I just thought I might lose on professional because my team is absolutely useless and I would like to get the extra coins you get from winning. So I took it on semi-pro just to be 100% sure that I actually would win the game and get those extra coins because you want them in the start of the game, and it was actually a really tough game for some reason. My players felt really bad to play with, not gonna lie. Eventually I would make it 2-0, but it was a terrible game. But I won it in the end, and that meant I got 790 coins on top of what I already had. And with those coins, I would go out and improve my team a little bit. Ronaldinho, he was the first player I wanted to pick up. And to be fair, he's not that expensive because he's really tricky to link up. There's not really any good strong links you can give him this year. So it's kind of tricky to use him. So you sort of need Brazilians around him for it to work out if you want some sort of an alright team, in my opinion. So I picked him up. He was relatively cheap. Then I went out to get a goalkeeper. I thought that would probably be pretty important to have. Checked Douglas Costa's price, but a little bit too expensive. And instead I went out to pick up Mulumbo to get a strong link going to Varela. And he was really cheap, 350 coins. That was alright with me to get that full chemistry on Varela as well. And I won Marchetti on an open bid as well to get my goalkeeper. And that was pretty much all I did with my coins at that point in time. And then I thought, let's complete another manager task. Let's play a tournament. I could have gone into an online tournament, but I thought, why not give this a go as my sort of fitness tournament, if you know what I mean. So basically, the next game we play will be an online game, but eventually my players will run low on fitness, and I'm not much for playing online games with squads that just a random terrible chemistry, that kind of stuff. So I thought this would be whenever my main squad runs low on fitness, I will go into this tournament, play a few games, get the fitness up, and at the same time I might get a little bit of a reward for winning this offline tournament. And this tournament, to be fair, was really easy. It was on beginner difficulty, so yeah, the AI just stood there watching, but you got 500 coins and a gold gift pack for winning it. So I thought that might be interesting to pick up that pack, maybe get some consumable items or something like that in the end, which you always can use in the start. But yeah, this game, I skipped a bunch of the goals and chances because, well, there's not really anything happening from the AI. It just stood there, watched me, and that was pretty much it. As you can see, it had one shot off target. I had 27 shots in total. So yeah, not much stuff happening in that game, but it gave me a few extra coins. I sold on some players on the transfer list as well, and I went out to use some of those coins. I picked up Ogbonna, I picked up Fernando for my team, and eventually I sold on another player on the transfer list, and then I decided to quick sell some more players. I believe I forgot to add in Van der Vaart selling on, but he did also sell on eventually for, I think, 500-600 coins. And with all of those players sold on and some of them quick sold, I could get the final players for my squad apart from one, which was Santon, a rare left back Premier League player. A little bit too expensive to start off with, so I decided to put Marchetti in on the left back for now and head on into my first online game. Division 10, we're starting out and we face a team with not the best chemistry, which you kind of could expect from the start of Ultimate Team. And our first chance is with Varela, but it goes wide of the goal, unfortunately. Instead, it's Costa on the ball. A few skill moves, breaks on through, takes a shot, but saved by his keeper. And Costa, despite playing on 2 chemistry up on the top, he actually played quite alright. Lovely ball there to Fernando. We picked up a corner, and Ronaldinho with the assist to Allen, who makes it 1-0. So we get the lead in the game, and we continued on with the pressure to see if we can score a nice little goal for ourselves in our first game online. And Varela almost getting it there, but it goes wide of the goal. And instead we're into the second half. Allen on the ball again. To be fair, he's not that great, as I probably mentioned earlier, and eventually we will probably swap him with a Lucas, because I think he will be the cheapest option we can go with to replace him as a good solid 4-star skiller to link with Ronaldinho as well. But yeah, speaking of the gameplay, Ronaldinho, lovely little skill move to beat the defender in off the post, and we are up 2-0. Ronaldinho with those lovely skill moves. That was the kind of goal I wanted to get with him. Tried on a volley there, hit our own player in the offside position, and it didn't really come to anything. But in the 90th minute, Varela, lovely little skill run, and he finally gets a goal for himself to make it 3-0, score a nice little goal, and end off our first online game on Ultimate Team. And that is also going to be where we end off this video. We get our first 3 points in the division, and that is pretty much all. We'll be back again tomorrow with another video, and that is pretty much all. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.